Well, hello there, Gemini. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I am Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about April. April will have 5 weeks, and it will have like a lot going on. So we're going to talk about it all. 5 weeks, 5 columns and 3 rows as per usual. Let's go ahead and light a candle for some good vibes. Oh, there's a lot going on. I'm so glad to be home. Hello. I'm coming to you from my home in Cali. Very excited to be at home, and it's nice, right? So, sleeping in your own bed, right? So, I have a brand new deck, which is super fun, and it's pirate themed, no less. Ha! A little funny, but a little wonderful, and it's been pre-programmed for you, so it's got the tentacles on the back, like the Kraken, right? Very fun. We're going to use this deck to get a special card that we'll read at the very end of the reading, okay? It's going to be like a mystery card. So I'm going to go ahead and lay them out right now, and we'll go ahead and get us our mystery card right away. All right? It's already pre-programmed for you, Gemini, so don't worry. I've got you. All right. Now we're going to take this card, we're going to save it right here just for you, and we'll read that at the end of the reading. Because we're doing the overview, we're going to actually go, of course, into the full overview, and then we'll do the first week we'll go in depth at the end of this reading. So that's going to be super fun. But I really have a couple of messages for you from my better angels. You know me, that's how I roll. And it's all about getting us closer to where we need to be. So my better angels are telling us that number one, we need to declutter. We need to clear out our homes of any unnecessary stuff, or maybe a work. We need to do a little bit of that. And it will free us up mentally to be more about the people than about the stuff, right? That's the key to the story there. We're trying to be more about the people than we are about the stuff. So there you go, and that's an interesting story. The other thing to know is that we are wanting to work on creating community around our homes, and by reaching out to our individual neighbors. You may have good ones, you may have bad ones, I get it. I have one of each. I have a few of each. But the answer is, if we can be of service in any way, it doesn't have to be a lot. It could just be a matter of taking in someone's trash cans when they're not home or whatever, something simple. It doesn't have to be overly, like even a face-to-face project, but you can do something to be of service that will help maybe calm the nerves, maybe create an olive branch situation. Oftentimes when we get together with our neighbors, we don't even talk about some of the other things. In fact, if we don't talk about certain things, things are much smoother and easier, correct? So that's kind of fun and cool. And I really like that we're reaching over the fence, because we've done all the other things. We in the past couple of months, we created a bubble around ourselves so that we knew what was affecting us and what wasn't really affecting us, and we're paying attention to whose is what, and that's all good. We got good at that. And then we started listening up to hear what else is going on in the outside world. It was very important that we at least be aware of what's out there. Don't let yourself be ignorant. At least hear what's going on. You don't have to react, but you need to hear it, okay? And of course, now we're doing the reaching out to our fellow neighbor, and we're being friendly and kind and joyful, and I really like that because it helps. All right, so let us go ahead and get a guiding card for the month. Yes, we have a guiding card. This deck here is the one we use for the guiding card, and yes, Gemini, we are pre-programmed and ready to go. Let's get you a guiding card. All right, here we go. Ooh, harmony. Dun, dun, dun. Very cool. From down there, it looked like almost an umbrella, but it's not. It's the moon wearing a garland. I love it. It's beautiful. And it really is, I can see that part of you is going to be seeking harmony in all things all month. You're not really interested in having like the headbutting, the arguments, the fighting and the fussing and all that. It's not going to be your thing. You're going to be very much so against it. We're trying to create happiness and harmony in every which way you can, which is very much who you are as a person, and I think that's very excellent for you, okay? So just be aware of this. Harmony is the goal, and I know that you're going to be on it so hard that it's not even going to be a thing. So good job. Well done. Very nice. And I'm going to set these cards aside. And let's go ahead and lay out the 5 columns and 3 rows while we're here. We have this beautiful Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck, which is gorgeous, and I think you'll like it. We're going to look at these babies, see what comes up for you. The 5 columns being 1 for each of the weeks of the month, and a second row. The first row is where we are, the second row is what's blocking you, and the third will be your solution, all right? Because I don't like to talk about problems if we're not going to get into solutions. That's just how I roll. All right, so I'll set this deck over here. Excellent. Let's get into what's going on. All right, so this is March 30th through April 5th. Let's go ahead and look at it. We'll go in deep on this particular week at the end of this video, so don't be alarmed if we kind of go quickly through all of this, and all of these will have their own individual videos in the coming weeks. All right, nice. So first card we got is the Star card, showing you that Gemini, you've been working really hard lately, and your hard work is paying off. So you're getting to the place where there's a little less hard work to do, and you're able to relax a bit, kick back and enjoy a little something. I think that's going to be good for you to take a little time off, relax, be you, right? Investigate who you are and what you like. But where are you blocked? You're blocked because there might be new information that comes in that technically you're not supposed to share it, but I can see that you might get that information that's supposed to be a secret and you might share it anyway. All right? Actually, the information that is a secret, there we go. There's information coming in that is a secret, and you will keep the secret, but it's going to block you from doing whatever the heck you want to do. Okay, so you're going to have to hold still and deal with it, all right? I'm sorry, that blows. But yeah, it's empowering information. You know it, you understand it, and it's all going to happen very quick. Your solution is that everything is going to happen very quickly, so you'll be minding your own business. You'll get this information that tells you, nope, you're blocked, you can't do what you want to do, and you're like, it's just going to happen super fast, okay? We'll figure out more information about this when we go in deep with these cards in a few minutes. But let's go ahead and talk about the 6th through the 12th. All right, we have the Emperor. The foundation of your life and your world and your home is going to be like your whole domain right now. So we want you to settle in. If you feel like you want to repaint a room, this is a great time to do it. If you feel like you want to do any kind of homemaking or fussing about in your house, congratulations, it's time. You have an opportunity to take care of that, and it'll be okay, all right? Now then, King of Pentacles is here, showing that there's somebody who's very concerned about the finances, doesn't want you to go spending all your money in one place. So you're going to have to do whatever this regrouping of your home, you're going to have to do it on the cheap. Sorry, this person won't get on board with anything that's too expensive, all right? Just a thought, all right? Now, but that only brings you bigger ideas. Interesting. Your solution is to get into bigger ideas. So I love it. You're going to be so creative in this moment and pushing yourself in this new way that it's going to be really exciting. Okay. I think you're going to have a good time with it. Nice little project, something to do, not very expensive. Cool. Very good. You'd be surprised the things that you can find on like Facebook Marketplace or places like that where they're giving things away they don't need anymore, like the decluttering we're doing. But it will get you in a position where you might find things even at a much lower cost. All right, cool. So let's talk now about the 13th through the 19th. 9 of Pentacles. Yep, the finances are getting less sketchy. All right, it doesn't mean you want to go spend it all in one place, but it does mean you're safe, you're secure, you're fine, okay? Whatever you were looking for or needing to come through, it came through, okay? Well done, good job, taking good care of yourselves. Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is about the foundation of your power, not feeling necessarily, it's like, okay, now we have the money, but am I really in control of all this stuff? And the answer is, you don't feel very, like, you're very in control of the situation right now. Even if you were, it would be blocking you. So in this moment of now, being in control is not helping. So it's about going with the flow at this time. It's about being more fluid, being more open to whatever's going on around you, and allowing for what's interesting to happen instead of trying to make everything be exactly the way you want it, right? So we're being in a fluid situation instead of being very clear and structured right now, okay? The Six of Cups is showing giving from your heart being the big, big, big answer. Your big solution is giving from your heart. So it's going to be neat for you to do this, to just relax a little bit, give from your heart. You have what you need financially to back you up, so you're feeling okay about that, but it doesn't mean that you need to give money to give from your heart, because giving from your heart could just be sitting and telling stories with adults as well as grown little kids. So nice. All right. So the next week over, the 20th through the 26th, Two of Cups. Relationship stuff is going on. There is partnerships or relationships. If you're not in a marriage or something like that, then you might have a partnership of some sort coming up for yourself. A connection between two hearts that is simply a matter of, and if it isn't about, it could be business, but it's not very businessy. The cups just aren't very businessy. So you might be making new friends, and that's very nice. I like to see partnerships coming together. People of like mind coming together at a heart level, which is a nice way of doing it, and I like that. Now we have the Strength card that shows up here, blocking you. And it doesn't mean that your being strong would block you right now. It just means that right now, the way it works, so the Strength card, when it's not working in a quote-unquote reverse sort of way, is all about remembering past lessons and getting beyond limiting beliefs. But right now, I feel like because this is blocking you, it's working in sort of a reverse situation, and you might have some limiting beliefs that are really living in your head. So while you're in this potential relationship situation or this stuff going on, you have a limiting belief that's crawling around in your noggin telling you you can't, okay? And I want you to know this is bullshit, okay? It's not true. But I want you to be aware of it and know that even as you have this little guy poking you in the ear on your shoulder telling you, you can't do that, you can't do that. Guess what? You can brush him off your shoulder anytime you want, all right? But this week, he's definitely going to be there. He's definitely going to be saying stuff. And I want you to know that he's not a smart guy. He doesn't know anything. Because we have the King of Cups here. This is an emotionally based male energy person who is very likely to be somebody you're working with over here. Quite typically a pretty good looking dude, right? Emotionally based, very much so comfortable with his emotions. He's not into the drama at all, but what he is very squared away on who he is and what he brings to the table. Really very much so savvy and smart and capable. It's going to be great, okay? I want you to pay attention to who he is and what he's bringing, okay? Because I believe he's part of this situation. And if you're telling yourself, I'm not good enough for this guy, we're going to say no. You might be, it's only in your head that you're not good enough for this guy, okay? Don't limit yourself from this wonderful possible opportunity. Beautiful, beautiful opportunity. And if you are in a relationship, you may be having the situation where in your relationship, your person, your other half, is like communicating with you on a regular level and supporting you as you wish, right? But some part of you is telling you, no, they don't really think I could do that. They aren't really doing that. So you're sabotaging your wants and needs by making up a story about this person, your person, not supporting you. Eeks. And then when you find support elsewhere, it becomes a distraction. So for those of you who are married or in deep, meaningful relationships, you could find yourself a distraction. You know, the work husband / work wife, whatever, somebody who supports you undeniably at work that makes you feel good. Be on your guard a little bit about that, because if you allow for that, sometimes it helps us a lot, but at the same time it could hinder the relationship. Okay, don't hinder your relationship by getting too involved with a work husband or somebody who supports you more completely. It can get confusing, that's all. All right, now then, April 27th through May 3rd. Very nice. We have the Six of Pentacles. Dun, 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 dun. You finally have enough money that you feel comfortable wanting to help others out a little bit. So that's interesting. Very cool, like that. And of course we have Judgment, showing that while you want to use your money and help other people out, don't be afraid to, like, clean out your closet if you need to and take good care. You don't have to use cash at all times when you're helping other people out. You can offer an open ear, but also clean out your closet or your garage. If you don't have stuff that's the clutter you don't need anymore, you can help other people out with that, and that's nice. Use good judgment in what you're getting rid of. Don't give away things without asking the other people in your house before you give it away if it's not yours, okay? Make sure that you have a blessing before you get rid of it. That's all. And again, we have the Two of Swords that says we don't want to be in fear right now. There's no need to be afraid about anything. You are in a good space. You're doing the right things. And if you were to put the swords down and take off that blindfold, you'd look around and see there's absolutely nothing near me to be afraid of. So good for you, but at the same time, you're overprotecting yourself. And the only real solution to the Two of Swords is to allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable with somebody you really, really trust and tell them how you really feel, all right? And when you do that, you release the fear and everything gets better, okay? Cool. So let's go ahead and save these cards off to one side. We will be doing other readings for the other weeks using these cards. You'll see them again. All right, so let's look at what's going on right here. All right, we have these three cards for the first week in April, March 30th through April 5th. All right, we're going to add some cards and see what comes up. All right. Okay, so what we have here is the Star card. We talked about how your hard work is over. You are able to take a deep breath and breathe for a minute, and I'm glad to see that for you. Sometimes we get really busy and we get a little so busy that we don't have time to enjoy ourselves. We're talking again about letting things go so that we can grow. So we're going to release things. We were talking about wanting to do that anyway, like clean out your closets, clean out your garage. By releasing anything that's cluttering up our life, we are actually creating more space for ourselves to feel free and feel happy about what we're doing. All right? And I think that's great. You know, you being free of stuff will make it easier to clean, for sure. And I think you'll find, I mean, this could be a physical stuff, a way of thinking, a relationship, or even a job that you want to let go of, okay? So there are opportunities and possibilities over here, okay? But indeed, whatever it is you're releasing during this little time off you have, this is a karmic lesson for you. There's potential that it's a karmic lesson for you just to sit still or to sort it out and get rid of it. So it's a mixed bag for you, my friend. Sorry about that, Gemini, but it can be on either side of that coin. One of these two is going to be more your karmic lesson. Whichever one is harder for you to do is probably your karmic lesson, okay? So if it's harder for you to sit still, you should probably be sitting still more. That's my experience anyway. So let's talk about what's blocking you this week, right? We had some empowering information that will come across your plate. It'll give you the information you need, and you'll be like, oh yeah, this is great. And then you'll realize, I can't act on it. I can't act on it, and I can't tell anybody either. Okay, well, that sucks. And I'm not talking about this with your spouse, but I'm saying, you know, there are people in your life that you're going to have to just hold still and go, okay, cool, whatever. Some folks don't need to hear about it. Maybe it's the people at work that don't need to hear about it, but it would change how they saw you and how they perceived you. So keep that in mind, all right? We're going to use judgment right now. Good judgment right now in what we're doing. But realizing, of course, your judgment is off. Right? It's blocked. Your judgment is blocked right now, so we're frustrated by that. And on top of that, you have a buddy, a pal, a down-to-earth brother from another mother kind of guy in your life who is genuinely a supporter of you normally, and he too is a block. So this empowering information you get coming in that you can't tell anybody, you can't tell him, and your judgment is off, so your brain is wanting to tell him, and it's all about you not being able to do what you need to do. So there's a lot going on here in the blocking department, and it's kind of frustrating. Just remember your judgment is off. So if you want to talk to somebody that you don't want to talk, that you're not supposed to talk to, or you're not sure if you should talk to them, run it past your spouse first. Go back to whoever it is your person is, right? You have a single person who's a black hole. You go back to that person. Should I tell that person? And they'll be like, no, that's going to ruin your deal at work. Stop it. Don't do that. Everyone will see you differently if they know. Okay? So stop talking about it. Don't tell everybody everything. Okay? That's what I've learned in my life. Don't tell everybody everything. The next card over is our solution, and that it's all going to happen very quickly. It's not going to be a long, drawn-out process. You're not going to be thinking about all of this all week long. This is all going to be like a Monday project throughout Sunday and Monday. It'll be very quick. It'll be very surprising. You'll be like, wow, how did that come together and be like that so fast? Crazy. But yeah, no. The Page of Wands is here, showing you that indeed there's new information coming to you about something you still might need to learn, and that information will be helpful to you. It'll give you something to focus on and work on, and give you somewhere else to put your focus instead of on wanting to share so much. And of course, the Six of Wands is here, talking about sharing your ideas, not your information. Your ideas. Wands. This is Three of Swords. This is the Six of Wands. And Six of Wands is about sharing your ideas. Sharing your ideas about what you're going to do over here, what you're going to change around the house, or all the other things, all your other ideas about what you want to do while you're having your time off. Ta-da! You can share all that all day long, right? And you might even, oh, but I need to learn how to do this thing. I have a project. I have an idea. And so you're going to be getting ideas about what you want to do. It's all going to come together very quickly, and I love that for you. So wonderful news. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get you a message from the Cosmic Oracle. All right? These are all pre-programmed for you, Gemini. We're going to get another little message for you. Oh, that's the one. And it's going to be very nice to get a little extra stuff coming to you. What do we get? Trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. Or trust others once they've earned it. Haha. So you don't ever trust anybody else until they've earned it. That's what it's basically saying. Always trust yourself, but trust others after they've earned it, okay? So be smart about who you choose to trust. And right, your judgment is off. So don't trust everybody. Always trust yourself, okay? Cool. I like that one for you this week especially. Good. Very nice. And you need a pocket full of rocks. Let's get that. All right. Okay. Nice. We have carnelian, we have red jasper, and we have amazonite. Cool. Amazonite. It's going to be a heart throat. There we go. So carnelian is a second chakra stone. It's all about your creativity coming out and taking good care of your creativity, expressing yourself, and being like the artist. Let that artist part of you come out. It's nice. We like to play with that. And we have red jasper, which is taking because the carnelian can bring out the big dreams, the big whoosh, the big picture. We need something to keep it grounded and understood and affordable and possible and grounded in the earth plane, right? And that's where red jasper comes in. It's very much so about making your idea doable, physical, financially affordable, yada. So it's the nuts and bolts and the practical side of your second chakra, okay? So big dreams and practicality all coming together. Very nice. And amazonite is a wonderful stone because it's a 4th and 5th chakra stone. It's a combo. So it's a little bit green, it's a little bit blue, and it brings peace and calm and awe to your communications in your throat, in your 5th chakra. And it also brings peace, calm, and awe to your heart, which is where you really want it because there's a little bit of wah going on over here. We have a little bit of wah, and we don't want to have that rule the roost. We want you to have this stone in your pocket, and it will help calm things right down, okay? Just like, ah, right? Super cool. Okay, so I'm going to set these stones down right here. Very cool. And before I go switching over, let's get into the mystery card. All right. Ooh, the 3 of Wands. Excellent. Remember, these are a pirate-themed tarot card deck. So the wands are all those little monoculars. The little, it's like a binoculars only with only one eye. Right, there you go. Whatever that thing's called, periscope, maybe? Anyway, so these things here are talking about how the 3 of Wands, you have an opportunity to look back at where you've come from and where you've been. You've got a lot of area you've covered and a lot of things you've done, and you can be very proud of yourself. This is about really acknowledging who you are, where you are, what you've done, and how awesome you really are, Gemini. Don't be afraid to acknowledge that you rock, okay? And that there's more you'll do, of course, but you don't have to cram it all into one day, and it doesn't have to happen overnight. And it's nice to just be chill for a minute, right? It's allowing you to take a break, right? Go ahead and take a break. You're allowed. You'll come out with a better plan if you do take a break, you know? All right, so we're going to go ahead and set this card here. And of course, you don't have to carry those stones if you don't want to, but if you want to, and you want to tell me how it goes, that would be great. I'd love to interact with you about that. That'd be awesome. And if you want to carry something else, I would love to hear what you're carrying and how they're working. They are my thing. I would love to hear about that. So I'd appreciate any input you have. All right? And thank you again for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. You matter so much to me. I love you guys. And if you haven't already, it's totally free. Go ahead and do it. I don't charge you for anything. Nope. Unless you want something private, we don't do that. All of what's here in front of you is free. All right? So I appreciate you, and I care about you, and I can't wait to talk to you next week when we'll talk about the 6th through the 12th of April. All right? Thank you so much, Gemini. We'll see you then.